What up, YouTube? Big Lou tapping back in, but what it do with Big Lou? NFZR2, no fly zone rigging 2. And I just seen some. I was looking up some things about Cain Velasquez because I wasn't sure what was going on with the case, right? And last week I believe I believe I read that he pled not guilty last week, which that's nothing more than just the procedures of court. You know what I mean? That doesn't have nothing to do with you going to trial, them coming at you with a deal. That's just normal procedures. It's a formality. You know, but his prelim's been scheduled for September 26th. Mark Garagos is his attorney, which he's a well-known attorney, and he's done a lot of. He's an older man now. He's done a lot of cases. He's based out of LA, I believe. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he represented Michael Jackson. I believe, was it Michael Jackson? He's had some high-profile cases. I know that. He's one of those top-notch lawyers. And he does pretty good, But anyways, so everybody knows what happened with Cain Velasquez's case. He his kids were being at a daycare, which is a pretty big home that was made into it's a home, but it also was made into a daycare center. And the owners of the daycare, the home and the daycare, is a husband and wife, and the son, Golarte, his name was Gallardi. He allegedly did some inappropriate things with a kid. I was basically trying to figure out how to say it, because I know that YouTube don't like certain things being said. Because one time when I made the little R. Kelly video after he was sentenced to the 30 years, they wouldn't put the video through. I had to remake a whole nother one. But what's going on is that the district attorney of Santa Clara is proceeding with charges of attempted murder on Cain Velasquez. Okay, they're also pursuing charges on the Golarte individual, who is allegedly accused of doing inappropriate things with the child, right? Okay, so they're not going to call the guy as a witness. Excuse me. And that's being done for a reason. The district attorney is doing that for a reason, because once that guy gets on the stand, or anybody gets on the stand, if they don't plead the Fifth Amendment due to the fact that it may incriminate themselves, then that means once you put your hand in that Bible and you raise that right hand, that means you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, right? That means you're under oath. That means if you lie, it's a crime to lie on the stand after you you're sworn in. It's called perjury, right? So if you're lying, you perjure yourself, you can do time for that, right? So they're not going to bring the guy on there, because what happens is they call him as a witness that, oh yeah, he, whatever they say allegedly Cain did. Oh, he ran up on our vehicle when we were driving by, or he was on a bicycle and he, whatever, right? As soon as they put him on the stand, then now the defense attorney, which is Cain's attorney's, got the opportunity to ask him anything they want. And because he sworn in, he took the oath to tell the truth, he has to answer whatever they're asking. So they don't want to do that, because if his attorney Mark Garagos asks all these questions the jurors obviously there. So now the 12 jurors are going to hear from a father's perspective how Cain was feeling when he found out this and that, and this, right? They understand more of why he did what he did, allegedly, right? Okay. So the district attorney is deciding not to call him as a witness. So how do you not, this guy is your main witness, how do you not call him in, but then you're still pursuing with a case at attempted murder? I mean, Cain's not going to be, if he's given a deal, it won't be for attempted murder. It'll be like great bodily injury or assault with a deadly weapon with something like that, and it'll be dropped down. He is going to do most likely some time, but it's not going to be nothing like 20 years. No, he don't have a criminal record. He'd probably get anywhere, I would say probably anywhere from 3 to 5 years probably. But anyways, the parents to this pedazo de mierda, piece of crap, right? Apparently the mother is nowhere to be found, and they've been on the lookout for her to serve her with some legal paperwork, right? And the stepfather has already told I guess he's already put the word to the DA through his attorney that he's gonna be filing, submitting his Fifth Amendment. He's not gonna speak because, again, they put him on the stand, just like the mother to the guy, and they're open for questioning. And from what I got out of the little couple clips that I watched was that perhaps they're trying to say the mother and father might have known what this guy was doing. Can you believe that? I mean, these people, you're in business watching children, and these children's parents are paying you top dollar. This is San Jose now, Silicon Valley. Everything's expensive there. So they're paying top dollar. Plus the way the house looks from the outside, it looks like a nice house. It's a big house. And when you become a daycare like that, everything needs to be up to code, everything, when you're dealing with kids. So they've got their stuff hooked up, you know what I mean? As far as the light sockets and stairways being blocked off and all the things that you got to do. And so they're paying top dollar, the parents of these kids. And it's just a damn shame how, if it's true that they knew what their son was doing to these innocent kids. I had a hard time even saying kids right now. Oh my gosh, it's definitely something, man, mind-blowing. But at the same time, nothing surprises me with this ugly, dark world sometimes with things that come out to light. It just sucks, man. It's like he's gonna get railroaded. I mean, how do you not call the guy that supposedly is the victim of a crime you're charged with? So then who? And then the stepfather said he's not testifying. He already invoked his Fifth Amendment right through his attorneys, and then they can't find the mother. And I think they were all in the vehicle when the guy got shot, and the stepfather got shot too in the shoulder. So all that, just for the fact that all this is going down, and then think about it like that too. The district attorney that's pressing charges against Cain is the one that's pressing charges against the alleged guy that did something to his kid. The same district attorney's office is prosecuting both. So that might be a conflict. That might be a conflict of interest. I don't even see how that's going to work. I mean, obviously, the other guy's out on bail for his alleged crime with the child, right? What they're going to do is probably keep pushing his case off as long as you don't get in no trouble to go after Cain. I'm not sure, man. I mean, I don't know if it's really that kind of, if that would be considered a conflict of interest, because it's not like seeing the same judge. I think if it was the same judge that you're going, two people going in front of, or that judge had the two cases, I think that would be more considered a conflict of interest, and he would probably, that judge, he or she would recuse herself from the case. But it's different with the district attorney because the district attorney is elected official of that office, and the district attorney is not the one that actually is in the courtroom fighting the cases, right? They have a bunch of assistant district attorneys that fight cases in different courtrooms. So these cases probably, it's definitely not even going to be the same assistant DA that's going to take these guys to trial if it goes to trial, right? So I don't think you can't really go with conflict of interest on that. I don't believe that it works. So it is what it is. But you know what? Free Cain Velasquez. You know, this guy did what a lot of people talk that they would do. This guy actually did it. You know, who better than the father, the guardian, that's the protector, to go out and, you know, a lot of people would have just called the cops. Oh my God, this is what happened. Some people will just do that, but some people that really, you know, and Cain's not I wouldn't consider Cain a gangster or even, he's not a criminal. You know what I'm saying? He was a UFC heavyweight champion. You know, so I don't know, man. I'm gonna start paying attention more closely to this because, well, they've been having a long, you know, he's been locked up for a while. A good thing about this is that he's gonna have to do time eventually. So all this time that he's in there, he's getting credit for it. You know what I mean? Because just imagine if he bailed out and it takes 2 years or 3 years to resolve his case, and then he's got to turn himself in. At least he's in custody now. It's not like he'll get out and then eventually have to turn himself in, and the kids will go through all that again, the trauma of him leaving them, you know, to get arrested again or turn himself in again. At least, you know, he's in there. He's been in there for some months now. The kids already know. Yeah, I'm sure they're sad. They want their dad home, of course. But it just makes the process a lot easier. You know what I mean? I don't know how this is going to play out with these things. Mark Garrigo's got his work cut out for him. I really believe, though, if he's able to, he's got a lot of, they got some motions in effect right now, I believe. But I believe that once he gets these people on the stand, if he's able to, or even if he's not, I believe he's going to find some loopholes to perhaps get him off. And what I mean by get him off is if he gets 3 to 6 years, he's still winning. You know, because at the end of the day, he did take the law in his own hands, even though a lot of us would say, hey, what would you do? But hey, do you blame him? No, I don't. You know, I don't. I don't know if I would have went. Well, you know what? I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know if I would have went that far to shooting somebody, but you know what? I can't call it like an alcoholic until I'm in that position. Now, I was just envisioning myself just before I spoke of me hitting somebody over the head with a shovel. I don't know why, but that's just what came to my mind when I was talking. Anyways, yeah, that's enough. What's going on with Cain Velasquez right now? Free the champ, free Cain, excuse me, and it is what it is. I'll keep you update the more I further know. Like I said, he's due back in court September 26th for his prelim, and usually the judge is always going to bound it over in the preliminary hearing. They're always going to bound it over to Superior Court. They never, it is what it is. So this is just another formality of the court process. After that, then he'll come back within 2 weeks if he doesn't waive time, and he'll be rearranged again in Superior, and then it'll start somewhat over again until he finally gets to trial. If it goes that far, if they don't give him a deal, you would think though, because at the end of the day, the district attorneys want the convictions. You know what I mean? So if they can get him to plead to 3 to 6 years, it's a conviction for their office. So it's a win. It's still a win. He didn't kill nobody. He didn't even hurt nobody like bad. It was superficial wound. Yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, with that being said, if you haven't already, sub to my channel here at What It Do with Big Lou, NFZR2, which stands for No Fly Zone Ricans 2. Please do so, sub, like, and share the channel. Also, my main channel that I'm part of on a 3-man team with my brothers Nelson out the Brooklyn and Carlos out the Bronx, and of course I'm from Northern Cali. with my West Coast Puerto Rican West Coast perspective. They got the East Coast perspective. So we come together like a spread in the joint, and we give you our perspectives and what we think, and we interact with our chat very, a lot. And also, if you haven't, go sub and like and share at the No Fly Zone Ricans. We will be going live today at 4:45 p.m. Pacific time, and which is 7:45 p.m. Eastern time. Hope to see some new people there today. And with that being said, Big Lou tapping on out with what it do with Big Lou.